So good morning, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to the Weekly Bro Show. My name is Michael Losier. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner, also the author of these three books, Law of Attraction, Law of Connection, and Your Life's Purpose. And I'm live every Saturday with my buddy, John in Verarity. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Yeah, different view here. So you're going to see us both come in and out. We don't have the special view today. But yeah, my name's John in Verarity, certified emotion code, certified body code now. And this topic is seems to be fairly common. So working with couples or spouses or moms and dads with their kids, clearing out what's creating, that conflict, or even like a lot of the time it's just inability to communicate or a lack of patience, but we'll get into that. And yeah, we are live. And if you are watching live, say hello, let us know where you're from. And again, looking for 2 volunteers. And yeah, we'll say hello, start saying hello to some people here.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk a little bit about what. Go ahead. Yeah. That first. Okay. Yes, Natasha joined us. Our friend Jennifer Towner, Victoria Sedgwick is with us. Lisa Thomas is with us. Anybody else you see, John, at your end?
Shoshona's here. Yeah,
Shoshona.
That's everyone that I see. Yeah.
We're live real early today, a couple minutes, so we're out and about. We're getting started. And today we're talking about a heart wall. The heart wall was developed and coined and studied by Dr. Bradley Nelson, the author of the Emotion Code, of which John and I are certified practitioners of the Emotion Code. And when you learn about the Emotion Code, Emotion Code and the heart wall, a lot of people understand that you have a heart wall and you get rid of the heart wall, but as you're a practitioner and you have thousands and thousands of sessions, you get to see patterns. And once in a while, you just might ask a different question, right, John? All of a sudden thinking, I wonder. And it's like, oh. So here's how it came about. A couple years ago, I was doing heart wall sessions with people, and I would do a heart wall. They would come back and say, oh my God, everything is so different. People are responding to me. They're smiling. They're saying I'm looking bright and something. They said, but you know what? My sister and I, we still rub each other the wrong way. Matter of fact, as soon as and then they go on and on. So I thought, well, fingers don't lie. And by fingers, John, I'm testing. I'm muscle testing this with the client. I said, do I have a heart wall with the world? I said, no, good. I got that cleaned up. Do I have a heart wall with my sister? And the muscle testing went, oh, you do. And I thought, and then I found it. It was just one. And then when I told the client what it was, she said, well, you nailed it. And I said, I didn't nail anything. I'm not guessing. Your subconscious mind knew that you and your sister, I even found out the date, it was like 8 years ago, you and your sister had some kind of relationship conflict and she betrayed you. And that's the vibration that you send. And I was going on with that one feeling that I found. And then I deleted it. And then she didn't have a heart wall with her sister anymore. In other words, her sister was always responding to her vibration of betrayal. Sounds like last week's show, John, remember, where we tied in Law of Attraction and Emotion Code?
Yeah. And that was, rejection. But yeah, it's about that vibe that you're sending. Just get what you're trying to summarize.
Right. So John, why don't you tell us more about the heart wall and where that emotion forms and how we're able today to break down that wall around your heart. John, go ahead, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll start with the heart. And so believe it or not, the heart is more than just a pump. So it's an energy center. And they found that there's more messages that originate from your heart and go from your heart to your brain than from your brain to the heart. So you could say that, the heart's the brains of the operation, or, even like a second brain, right? So when you're out in the world interacting with others, your heart knows that, and it can sense, other people's energies, and, relationships, have their ups and downs. And when you go through tough times, your heart, it feels that. And doesn't really like that long term. So what it does is it creates this wall or barrier to protect you. It's kind of like living in a bomb shelter, right? So we all have these, trapped emotions, which are unprocessed emotions from past negative events, and we create them new. We can create them new every day, and there's other ones in our bodies. And what the heart does is it'll create this barrier, this wall out of emotions that are already in your body. It'll just pull it up, or the new ones that you create on a day-to-day basis. So when you have this wall or barrier, it another word for it or another explanation would be like a dirty filter. So these energies that you're sending out, it's going through this dirty filter, and it's coming out more like a gremlin than that love and essence of who you should be and who you actually are. So people respond to you in a certain way, or it even thoughts, feelings.
I have a graphic that I want to show that is going to illustrate what you're talking about. See if that comes in. Yeah,
we'll pull it back a little bit. And so there's a great description there. I'll stop talking.
Yeah, so it's showing all these bricks that are making up the wall around our heart. So each of one brick could be unprocessed insecurity. Another brick could be unprocessed abandonment, and so on. So John's describing these unprocessed emotions like a heart wall, a wall around your heart.
Very good. Yeah, that's a great picture there, or image. So, yeah, I mean, these insecurities or abandonment or whatever, it'll influence your thoughts, your feelings. And so you could have just, conflict or, anger, lack of patience, and just, prevent you from communicate your thoughts fluently, right? So we're, Heartwell specialists here, amongst other things, and we love helping people out, relationships, spouses, you and your kids, you and your brother, you and your sister, you and your mom, you and your dad. But today, you tell us who it is. Ideally, it's going to be your spouse, someone you live with, or they're like a kid. So, I think that sort of describes the heart wall.
That's good work. Now, John, I want to bridge over to what people can expect when they remove a heart wall. And guess what? You heard it last week, and you're probably going to hear it a lot more. You're always sending a vibration. This is your vibrational bubble. Your vibes are your moods and feelings. Right now, everybody has one. And you're attracting things that are matching the vibe that you're sending. Law of attraction is matching. What's your vibe, negative or positive? What's your vibe, negative or positive? So imagine your pre-heart wall. Imagine your heart wall, the vibe that you're sending about a specific person, and has that little bit of conflict in that vibration. And guess what? That person can't buck that current. They can only match it. So unknowingly, listen to this. Someone write this down. Jennifer Towner, write this down. The response that I'm getting from others is matching the vibration that I'm sending about them. I'll say it again. The response that I'm getting from others, that means here's the vibe I'm sending about this person. The vibe that I'm sending about, the response that I'm getting from others is matching the vibration that I'm sending about them. Well, that sounds like a cycle that needs to be deleted. And to delete that cycle, you need to delete the emotion that's causing you to have that feeling, that negative feeling. So, John, take a look out in the room, see who's going to be your first subject for a heart wall with somebody specific. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll read a few comments here first. Again, if you're watching live, say hello. And again, we're looking for a couple of volunteers. If you have already volunteered, awesome, thank you. Let's see here. Kelly Carson's here on the ferry, heading home. Can't stay the whole time though. All right. Ruth Kissane.
Kissane.
Yeah,
hello, Ruth.
Hi, Ruth. It's here. Says hello. Norma Zambesco. Hi, bros. Gives us a heart. Hey, Norma. Yeah. Nom Koshi.
No, Koshi, yes.
Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right.
Training I've been doing, yes.
Yeah. Jennifer Towner, JT's here. I know you've worked with me before, but now that you're talking, about sister heart walls, I could use your help. My sister and I have issues. She's the harder to love sister, 8 out of 10.
Well, in honor of Jennifer Towner, you know what Jennifer does? She takes pictures of the bros during the bro show and then she tags it. And honestly, I love it. Love it. So Jennifer, you can hold your head up high today because you're going to get a heart wall session between you and your sister. And then John and I are going to get you to tag us in the picture while John's working on your session. John, in preparation of doing that, I do want to take a minute while I have the screen up. And I want to remind practitioners that I support practitioners in growing a very active, profitable practice. It takes training and it takes support and mentoring. I just want to do a quick little recap of some trainings. 2 weeks ago, I did a training on the business card. It was a Zoom only, using my business card and giving you the elements about what was important. Well, hashtag that class is over. There's no replay and there's no Facebook Live version of it. Okay, I'm going to help you in a minute. The second class we did last weekend, what a great class. It was how to answer the question, so what do you do? And more specifically, what words you should be using. That was last week. There's no replay. It's not live on Facebook. Sorry, it was Zoom only. But today is the big kahuna. Today is, this is for practitioners, how to plan, host, and build your Facebook Live. It comes with the worksheet hashtag. You're going to need way more paper than I'm giving you. It's a 2-pager. It's live today. It's not live on Facebook. It's no replay. You have to register to get the Zoom link. So that's at 12 o'clock. Now, I know you're thinking, Mike, Losier, I want these other ones. Well, guess what? I'm repeating all 3 of these classes next month. So stay tuned here so you'll know how to register. If you want to register for today's how do I do a Facebook Live or Instagram class, go to michaellosier.com/events. That's plural, events. michaellosier.com/events. John, back to you, please. The heart wall remover.
Yeah, heart wall taker downer. Yeah, hey. So gonna move through some comments here. Say hello to some more people. If you're watching live, say hello. Thanks for joining us today, everyone. Permelia Parham's here, says, good morning, bros. Happy to be watching from the sunny Parksville. Nice. Yeah. Ruth is saying both of my sisters. Yeah. Jennifer Towner is being absolutely lovely today and saying the response I'm getting from others is matching the vibration I am sending. Nice. Andrea Butler's here, says, hello, my first time watching. I love to help with my relationship with my husband. Nice. Yeah. Kimberly is here. Kimberly Petri Dubs, volunteering. Husband and I have the same argument over and over and over. I would love to have heart wall checked. Brilliant.
So John, I'm going, and behind the scenes, I'm going to work with Andrea Butler, and I just gave her a little like there. And then you can demonstrate and illustrate. So I'll do it behind the scenes, and you can. Sounds like you're going to choose Kimberly.
I'm just reading through comments here. I can.
Oh,
sure.
Sorry,
we've got lots of volunteers and some time. Maybe we'll work on a couple people today. Okay. Sakina Baksa says, "Can I volunteer? Conflict with my spouse and kids." And she's 29. She, he, assume she. Yeah. So lots of volunteers. So I think we found a good topic for today. So, yeah, I'll start with Kimberly, and it seems like a good one. And then ideally Jennifer as well, because we did kind of promise, because she's going to post us in her story on Instagram. All right, so I'll work with Kimberly Petri Dubs, says, volunteering, husband and I have same argument over and over. We love to have heart wall checked, right? So with my intention in my head, I'm going to connect up to Kimberly now. That's all it takes, like magic. So I'm in Vancouver. Kimberly is somewhere else. We don't know where. She could be in the same room, or she could be, in California. Who knows? But muscle testing. So I'm muscle testing, and it's just my fingers are down on my lap here, and I'm asking yes or no questions. And a yes a yes response is a strong muscle, so my fingers will lock like this. A no would be weak, and my fingers would come apart. That's basics on muscle testing. And we tested these charts here, motion code chart here, 2 columns, 6 rows. So we say column A, B, odd row, even row, and find out what emotions are in the heart wall, and use a magnet here and swipe it over the governing meridian, just like this, with intention to clear it. And that basically vaporizes it, clears it out. You can think about like a pot of boiling water, pressure cooker or something. Yeah, maybe a pressure cooker, and it's just all this steam inside isn't going anywhere. And then you know, on your Instapot or instant pot, you hit the release valve, and the steam goes out the window. That's what we're doing. We're hitting the release valve.
Are you endorsing the Instapot during the show? Is that an endorsement?
But there's no I have no affiliation with Instant Pot.
Oh, but you love your Instapot. I know that.
But you know, I'm open. So yeah, here we go. Kimberly, Michigan, tune in, connect up, proxy. Yeah. Okay, so we've got some arguments with husband over and over and over again. Conflict with husband. Is there an emotion, a heart wall emotion we can identify and clear to smooth out this relationship with your husband? Yeah, so is this heart wall, severity of this heart wall, the impact it's having on your relationship with your husband? Is it at least a 5? Yeah, 10, 9. It's an 8. So fairly significant. So we can identify a heart wall emotion to, yeah. Okay, it's in column A. It is odd row. No, 2, 4, 6. So it's in A6. Is it the first one? Second, third, fourth. So it's overwhelm. Yeah. So heart wall emotions overwhelm. So at some point in your life. Yeah. Okay. Do we need to know more? No. So we can release overwhelm. Yeah. So let's release that. Release that overwhelm. All right. Is that release? That is another heart wall emotion. Identify and release here. Yeah. Hopeless. Feeling hopeless. Yeah. It's clear hopelessness. So I bet there's, if you're having the same thing over and over again, it's kind of like, what's the saying? Like banging your head against the wall. Like it's just, you're just hopeless. Can't change the outcome kind of a thing. Yeah. All right. Is that released? Yeah. Good. All right, Kimberly, how are we doing here? Another heart wall emotion. Yeah. Frustration? Anyone? I'll take frustration for 200, Alex. Cut. Clear that. Okay, that's cleared. Yeah. Another heart wall emotion here. Yeah. To lack of control. Release lack of control. So these are little balls of energies, specific little things from some point in your life. We go in there, we find them, clear them out, right? Lack of control. So not having control over a situation, not feeling like you can change the outcome, and not liking it very much. All right. So that's all cleared out. Yeah. Okay, another heart wall emotion. Yeah. Shame. Shame, release shame, clear that. Is that cleared? Good. Yeah. Okay, is there another heart wall emotion here? Yeah. 2, 4. Anger. Anger. All right, release the anger. So just to painting a pretty good picture here, you can see how all these little things will make your relationship pretty difficult, right? Like it's definitely, they're not helping, right? So yeah, how you doing, Michael? I'll just check in here with my neighbor.
I am like running a clinic here. It's like a walk-in clinic. So I also want to remind people today, John, you and I are being very specific with the heart wall, with a specific person. A heart wall session on yourself, for example, is not as quick because it's more than one, but that's what we're doing today. So I've got good news. Andrea Butler There were 2 heart walls that listen, if you're going to be vulnerable enough to volunteer, you're going to be vulnerable enough to hear. These may or may not make sense to you. In most cases, people say, oh, yes, that's him. Now remember, your spouse is responding to the vibration that you're sending about them. Hence, the 2 unprocessed negative emotion heart walls that you have one was disgust, and the other one was taken for granted. Now, they may or may not make sense to you, but so you were sending the heart wall, the heart of love, but it was contaminated with a little vibration of taken for granted, a little vibration of disgust, and he could not buck that current. He could only match it. But that's been cleared. So my hunch is you might see and feel and note a difference. Next, hey, this is a fun one, John. Our friend Jennifer Towner, who's already posted us on Instagram during the live show today. We love that. So hers was a little bit, not challenging, but it wasn't on the regular emotion code chart. I've got some secret charts and it wasn't on here. So if Jennifer was trying to find it herself, it would have said, no, it's not on that chart. And she would have said, yes, but I know my sister really ticks me off, but it's not on the chart. Well, Michael Losier's got a special chart. And I have found that, listen to this heart wall. It's not just a regular heart wall. It's a trauma heart wall. And John, it's the funnest one on the chart in my world. I removed, this was between your sister and you, Jennifer, I removed the trauma heart wall of boiling mad. That doesn't need a definition, does it? The trauma heart wall of could you, no, not just mad, boiling mad, and not just an emotion, a trauma one. Well, it's since been deleted. Sakina, she's new for us today. So she was saying she was having some conflict with her husband and her children. So I narrowed it down, and she could have many of them, but I asked her subconscious mind to identify the top 2 heart walls that are causing me to have conflict with the world, with my kids, and with my husband. These may or may not make sense to you. The first one was a heart wall of blaming. In other words, they might blame you for things, or you might be a blamer. Hashtag that's gone. The second one was dread, heart wall of dread. And that's hard to want to move forward when you have dread. So 3 heart walls with specific people. And yeah, maybe Sakina and Andrea can join us next week. We know Jennifer's going to be here. Let us know what they uncovered, what they noticed different. So John, let's go back out in the room. Tell me who you're seeing next. Any comments you want to read?
Yeah, absolutely. I did finish up with Kimberly and cleared that heart wall with her husband. There is a few other emotions, some unworthy. She's saying she's going for a full card bingo. So yeah, there's a little bit there. That's awesome. Yeah, Norma said that Michael, you worked with her and her family, right? So you did a family heart wall session. So grateful, spot on with some issues. Looking forward to the positive results. Yeah.
I'm reading another comment from Norma, who I worked her heart wall. She said, laugh a lot. Boiling mad was saying from my daughter yesterday. Hey, have you noticed any reduction in her boiling madness? It's always fun to hear those.
Jennifer saying spot on too. Yeah. So well done.
I want to remind you that when you would hire John and I for a heart wall session, we would give you a heart wall. What is the way? How do you present yourself to the world? It's probably different how you present yourself to a spouse or one of your neighbors or your coworkers that ticked you off. In other words, there's a vibe there, and that vibe is an unprocessed emotion. So Norma was mentioning, and you just mentioned, yesterday I did a heart wall with a family. So the mom hired me. So I did the heart wall that the mom had with the world. And then the heart wall she had with her husband and her 3 kids. And then her prospects, her clients, and her friends. So she brought a big list. And then I tapped into child number 1, gay child number 1, a heart wall. They're not very big when they're young, right? It's us adults that have all that. Sometimes kids are 1 or 2. So I worked with child number 1. And then I saw child number 1 had a heart wall with mom, with dad, with child number 2, child number 3. It's like a computer system that I was doing. But you know what? those two families, including Norma's, are completely heart wall free. And my hunch is they're going to feel and know the difference quite quickly. John, can you tell people about the process of booking an appointment? And I mean, today we were doing it through a chat. Can you tell our friends what it includes? And that's how we're going to wrap up today's show. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So visit our websites. I'm at aliveandpeer.com. Michael can be found at removetrappedemotions.com or right here on his Facebook page. And go to our websites. We have online scheduling, super easy to use and convenient. And you can go in there and, pick if you want to, work on multiple things, clear heart walls. You got a little bit more to address or want to work on, family, business, aches and pains. We have packages of sessions. Definitely recommend that to start. And online scheduling, you set your time zone. Yeah, you can go in there. Payments all linked up. Get a confirmation email. We'll send you a Zoom link as well. We can do it face to face, like with on Zoom like this. And if you're not into that, you can do it over the phone. And if you're not into that, you can just send us an email and we'll work on you distantly, and you can go about your day, your business, and we'll send you just confirmation that, the session's completed. And simple as that. Again, I'm at aliveandpeer.com. Michael's at removetrappedemotions.com.
Yes. Okay, thanks everybody for hanging out with Today Live on the Bro Show. If you'd like to get notified, every Friday at 9 a.m. we send out the notification to say, hey, here's what we're doing. And I know yesterday, I knew when people got the email, John, because people were replying and said, well, my husband, or they were just talking about where they were identifying it. So you said today, well, we hit a tender spot because everybody has a relationship of some kind that might have a little bit of conflict. You saw how we could help today. Get on the mailing list. You can go to up in the comments there. I think it's michaellosier.com/events. And /bros, BROS. And we will get you on the email list to be notified. Okay, everybody, we will talk to you next week. See you next week live on the Emotion Code Bro Show, live every Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. See you later.
Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.